Good morning, everyone. Today I will be presenting about deadweight tonnage guarantee and breach of contract in various character parties. This topic discusses the legal issue when ship owner guarantee that vessel can carry certain amount of cargo, but in reality the ship cannot carry the amount due to physical limitation. The main question in this case is whether the character can claim damage from the ship owner when the vessel failed to carry the guaranteed cargo capacity. First, I will explain the case scenario. A character enter into a voyage counterparty agreement for the ship that is described as having a deadweight tonnage of 50,000 metric tons. Deadweight tonnage or TWT refer to total weight of the ship can safely carry. This includes cargo, fuel, water, supplies, passenger and crew. In this situation, the character want to load 50,000 metric ton of light and bulky work cargo. However, the vessel run out of physical cargo space when only 10,000 tons has been loaded. Because of this problem, the caretaker claims that the owner has breached the contract. The character argued that when the owner stated that the ship has capacity of 50,000 metric tons, it means the ship could carry 50,000 tons of any type of cargo. Therefore, the main legal issue is whatever deadweight tonnage guarantee covered by only weight capacity or also include physical cargo space limitation. Next, I will discuss the legal rule first. Deadweight tonnage is guarantee is um, warranty. A deadweight tonnage settlement in counterparty is usually considered a warranty. A warranty is contractual term that must be fulfilled. If the ship fails to meet the guaranteed capacity, it may result a breach of contract and the injured party can claim the damage. However, the, con- the contract does not automatically end unless breach is serious enough. Second, DWT is based on weight, not only volume. The second principle that is that weight tonnage mainly refer to weight capacity. For example, if ship has DWT of 50,000 tons, it means the ship can safely carry up to 50,000 tons in in total weight. This means the ship cannot simply claim it can carry 50,000 tons of if the cargo space is insufficient for normal cargo operation. Third meaning of any cargo. In this case, the space any cargo is important. If the counterparty state that the ship can carry 50,000 tons of any cargo, the ship will be suitable for carrying different type cargo that are normally transported. Light and bulky cargo such as wool may require more space compared to heavy cargo. Therefore, the ship owner cannot only rely on weight capacity because cargo volume is also important. For usually practice in shipping industry, the court will also consider normal practice in shipping industry. The question is, will a vessel of this type normally be able to load, carry and discharge this amount of cargo? The capability of ship must be practical, not just based on technical figure. Now, I will apply a legal rule of the case. Firstly, the ship was described as having a DWT of 50,000 metric tons. This creates an expectation that the vessel can carry cargo up to that amount. Secondly, the ship could only load 10,000 of wool because it ran out of physical space. In this situation, it shows that the limitation was not because of the T weight restriction, but because vessel lack of enough cargo capacity. Thirdly, because of the caterer intend to load light and bulky work, the owner should have considered that this type of cargo require more space. Therefore, the argument that the ship could carry 50,000 tons of any cargo becomes stronger. The failure to carry the full amount means the vessel did not meet the guaranteed capacity. Now let's go into some several relevant case law. There are several cases related to this issue. The first case is the Stallion in 1986. In this case, the court recognized that a deadweight tonnage clause is a warranty. If the vessel fails to provide the guaranteed capacity, damage may be claimed. The second case is Ocean Victory in 1996. This case highlights that vessel must be capable of performing its intended purpose in normal conditions. The third case is the Maersk Nairobi in 1990. This case supports the idea that deadweight tonnage related to the practical carrying ability of vessel, not only theoretical capacity. There are shows that could consider the real performance of the ship rather than only numbers state in contrast. In conclusion, the caterer is likely to succeed in the claim for breach of contract, although the vessel has stated that the weight of tonnage of 50,000 metric tons. The ship was unable to carry 50,000 tons of the intended cargo because insufficient cargo space. A deadweight tonnage guarantee is not only about the maximum weight a ship can carry, but also about whatever the ship has practical capacity to perform the transportation. Therefore, the ship owner may be responsible for the breach of warranty, and the caterer may claim damage for the loss sufficient. And that's all for today.